Hi, everyone. My name is Jason Plant, and I just graduated UNH with a degree in entrepreneurship.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie Remus and I just graduated from UNH this past May with degrees in accounting and information systems and business analytics.
Hi, I'm Daisy Burns, and I'm going into my senior year at University of New Hampshire with a major in economics and a dual major in sustainability.
Our International Changemaker grant project took place in Unkungi, Tanzania. Our faculty advisor, who we're extremely grateful for, was Fiona Wilson, who runs the Sustainability Institute. And while in Tanzania, we volunteered with an internationally acclaimed NGO called the Outreach Program, where they have four main components to their mission: education, clean water, reducing food insecurity, and providing access to healthcare.
Our broad goals were to support the education and food insecurity projects at Outreach throughout Tanzania as a whole, as well as to learn about Tanzania's culture and develop meaningful relationships with the people we met there. So, how did we go about accomplishing these goals? Firstly, we were able to support the food insecurity portion of our goals by volunteering at outreach programs across the country. In our volunteering, we helped serve food at the schools outreach is involved with, and we also form meaningful relationships with others in the community who are facing food insecurity. We visited the home of one family where the conditions were practically unlivable. Their drinking water was limited, and the water that they did have was shared with the animals, so it was saturated with diseases like typhoid. This family also had their livelihood taken away when their primary income earner, Johanna, was traveling on a bus with his carpentry tools 2 years ago. All of his tools were stolen, and that day he lost the ability to provide for his 3 siblings, wife, mother, and 6-year-old daughter. The family was subsisting on 1 meal a day and sometimes less than that. We made it our mission to find the family a means of improving their quality of life, and luckily we were able to find a donor that funded the family buying back all of the carpentry tools they had lost. Today, Johanna was able to provide for his family's basic needs, but he is still incurring significant medical bills associated with his recovery from polio, and their family still needs to gain access to clean drinking water infrastructure. This is why we're launching a GoFundMe campaign to raise money for this wonderful family, which we consider an important extension of our work in Tanzania. Relating to our education goals, we spent a great deal of time at the local secondary schools in Sangita, Manyoni, and Nkungi. We enjoyed talking with the students and playing sports together. To get a better understanding of how each school operated and the role that outreach program plays in the students' basic needs support, we got tours from the headmasters of each school. Many of the students in Nkungi live at the secondary school throughout the school year, and their dorm building was in need of significant repairs. The school's headmaster told us their most important needs were cleaning, sanitizing, and repainting the living quarters, which we promptly got to work on. It was rewarding to see how much cleaner and homier the living quarters looked once we finished painting. We also all pitched in to get sports equipment for the school so everyone could play soccer and volleyball. The day we got the sports equipment, the students used our brand new soccer ball in an official game they hosted against another school, and it was awesome to see the energy and excitement of the students when their team won against their opponents.
This trip was incredibly eye-opening for me and gave me a sense of perspective that I didn't have before. My favorite part of the trip was spending time talking and playing with the students. I hope to go back to Tanzania to volunteer with Outreach again in the future.
The highlight of the trip for me was the young kids and the school children helping me improve my Swahili. I had been studying in Tanzania for the whole previous semester and had become conversational in Swahili, and the students and I had so much fun teaching each other our languages throughout our time there.
For me, this was my first international trip, and I have to say I learned so much from the Tanzanian culture. The friendly, welcoming, relaxed, and good-humored nature of the people there has inspired me to be a more outgoing and authentic person now that I'm back in the United States. The trip also made me hyper-aware of the power each and every person has to give back.
This trip would not have been possible without the International Changemaker grant, so we want to thank the Alnoba Lewis Family Global Service Initiative Fund and the Emeriti Council for this opportunity.